Now we just can't tell. That's why we're always smiling.
Just in case.
Here we go. It's about to start. When you see it, you can go ahead and share it. All right. Well, welcome everyone to Can We Chat here. My name is Sheila Abram, and I'm getting ready to share Can We Chat here on my Facebook page as well. Then I'll turn that volume down. I am coming out here or coming to you live out here on the Pacific West Coast in sunny California. Having a bit of an allergy day. So I may have to turn off my camera and my speakers for a minute to sneeze and blow my nose. But my eyes are a little puffy, but guess what? The show must
go on.
I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Miss
Maxine Jones on the East Coast. And we are glad to be back. We missed you guys. Welcome to Can We Chat Here. As always, we share the Can We Chat Here is about our dreams, our goals, our stories, and our journeys. And this week's topic is about network marketing, old and new. So tonight we have two very special guests. We have one which is MIA. He's missing, and we're looking for him to pop in any minute. So we're
calling Ty Best.
Calling Ty Best. Where are you? So we have as our guest Miss Cici Mahone, who is present and accounted for. She was on time, and he will be popping in our visionary and leader, Mr. Tyrone Best. And Mr. Best and his wife, Mrs. Valerie Best, are the co-authors and founders of our awesome organization, Wealth Builders Worldwide. So welcome to Can We Chat Here.
Now, we've had Cici on Can We Chat Here before?
So she's returning.
We found out she's an entrepreneur. She's just, oh my goodness, so well versed in businesses and network marketing, and she knows Mr. Ty Best and have known for how many years now?
I asked her today, and I got it right. She said she's known Mr. Tyrone Best for over 30 years.
Wow.
And then when she said that, that's what I said. Wow.
That's
they must have been in high school together.
I know.
Wow.
Well, welcome, Cici. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and we just start talking to Maxine, and then when Ty Best comes on, we will go ahead and bring him on in.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shoot you your first question because Mr. Tyrone Best always shares, when he got involved in network marketing. But my question to you, Cici, is what age did you get involved with network marketing, and how long have you been in the business?
Oh, that's a long ways back. The first network marketing I actually did was probably in the Amway days. I didn't do Amway, but whatever was around right after Amway, I don't know what it was. It was probably a nutritional company, but if you can name anything from the 80s, travel, nutrition, juice, anything in that era from the 80s to the 90s, I was in it. And as a child, I was a network marketer and didn't know it, but my mother used to get on me and my sisters because we'd take her hairpins and the tissue, we'd make flowers, and we spray them with her perfume. And she said, I told you to stay out of my perfume. But we would go and sell them and make money. So the boys would collect pop bottles and take them back to the store. So we made flowers and made some money. So I've always been a networker, and always, loved people and talking to people. And when I was 9 years old and we lived in Chicago, I used to organize all the kids and do talent shows where we live. So I've always had a love for people and working with people and helping people. So network marketing was just natural for me. I was never good at, I've had every kind of job you can think of also, but I never got used to the idea when somebody had told me when I was hungry and when I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or I had to ask, could I take off to go on vacation? That just never set well with me. And so I've tried everything, and thank God I stayed with it. That's why I encourage everybody, don't ever quit, because if you have that in you to help people and you love people, and you just keep looking for the right vehicle, and you learn from each company that you're with, you take away something. You learn to not do what you didn't like the people that they did to you, and you learn to grow. And like you always talk about reading and self-development, and eventually the right one comes along. And I don't begrudge any of the companies that I was with, because I learned something from each one. Lost a lot of money, spent a lot of money, did a lot of auto ships and couldn't afford the product. So you end up taking your commissions and spending it back with the product, but it still was good experience. And I'm glad that each one that I was involved in, it was worth it. Because I think about, if I hadn't been involved in network marketing, first of all, I would never met Ty and Valerie.
That's true.
And that, I always believe that things happen for a reason. We're all supposed to be where we are when we're there, and make the best of whatever you're doing, and be the best at it.
So how did you meet Ty and Valerie Best?
I was in California, and Ty was involved with a nutritional company. And I had a girlfriend that told me about this product, and she said, you got to come to a meeting with me. So that's how I've ended up meeting Ty. And the one thing I remembered, and I always tell people, they say this, but people don't really understand it, that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And the first time that I sat down and talked with Ty Best, he never mentioned the company for the first 30 minutes. We just talked about family and, what he was doing and where he was living, and talked about, I was moving to Georgia at the time. I was in California. And that's what always impressed me with Ty and Valerie. They have never changed. They've always been the same caring people, always willing to help you to be successful. And that's how I met them. And then it's just a friendship. He knew my late husband. They came out to our house when we lived in Cumming, Georgia, before he passed, and they came out and did a meeting. And I think 2 people showed up, and I lived way out. We lived on a property, 10 acres of land that nobody knew how to get there but the FedEx and the UPS man.
Wow.
So they've just been a blessing in our family to have them as friends. And that's why it's all about relationships. And people say that, but I know it's true. Because if it hadn't been for the relationship, he wouldn't have called me about Care Bars.
Absolutely. You answered part of my next question, and that would be, are there specific skills that a person needs to become a network marketer? Now, I heard you talk about that you like people, and you did that naturally. You were doing that when you were younger. But are there specific skills that you need to be a network marketer?
Well, I think you have to have a desire to, first of all, like I said, help people. And first of all, you think about, well, I want to do it because I want to make money. And sometimes you think it's fast money and you don't realize how much work it is, but you get involved because of other things that you've done. You figure, well, this is better than working a 9 to 5. So I'd rather do this, or do it part-time while you're working a regular job. But what Wealth Builders Worldwide has shown me, that we really have to develop skills that we don't even know. We have them, but we haven't had to use them. Because when you have a regular job, you just go to work, you do what they tell you to do. You might be good at your job, but after a while you could do it, automatically.
Yeah.
So I think the skills that you have to, just work on is your people skills and your patience, and really truly have a heart to help people. And that's what I love about Ty and Valerie. When I hear Ty talk about freedom, I had never heard that in any of the companies that I was with. It was always about how much money the person on stage was making and how much they earned in a month and how much the top earners were making. I never heard freedom talk until Ty Best told us. And that has changed my thinking, because the reason I wanted to have the money is because of my wives. And I work with children and have for over 60 years. And to be able to give back to the schools, to the community, to help children that don't have a fair playing ground, to help them, that was always my why. And of course, for my immediate family. But when I heard Ty talk about freedom, it does something to you. And when I hear him getting ready to tear up now, I want to tear up because I understand what he's talking about. Because it's not about the money, it's not about the cars, it's about the freedom. And when you have freedom, then you're able to do a lot more for people than you could do if you were working.
Absolutely.
That is so true.
You don't realize that I thought that even in retirement, that, okay, now I'm free from the job. And that really wasn't freedom at all either. Because,
right.
You still are tied to a pension, you're tied to bills, you still don't have the freedom to live the way you want to live or to do the things that you want to do. And like you said, make a difference in someone else's life.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about old school and new style. So let's talk about the old style first, because I have a little bit of experience with that too. But what was some of the old style and some of the challenges of being an old style network marketer? So what are some of the things that you had to do that you don't have to do now?
Okay, the number one thing, and I have to talk about my sister Demaui, because she used to live an hour and a half away from where I lived in Los Angeles. And we used to have meetings and events. She had to drive, her and her husband had to drive an hour and a half in traffic, maybe 2 hours, to come to those events. And we had meetings on Tuesday nights. We had meetings every Saturday. That alone is the biggest difference. That's the first difference in what we have to do now. And Ty always says it. He said, we do business now at the speed of thought. Mm-hmm. We can get on the telephone. You can stay in your bed. You can be in your pajamas. You can be fixing breakfast and still talk to somebody about your business. So that's the main thing that you had. If you wanted your guests to come to these events, that was another thing. You used to have a saying, you better pick them up. Because if you pick them up, that's guaranteed that they're going to show up. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they didn't show up. So you end up with a car full of people and picking up everybody. And it's just, that's the main thing. I think that it's a lot of differences, but that's the number one difference. And then if we wanted to do anything outside of the US, I literally flew to England, not once.
Wow.
In the winter time with a telecommunications company. Went there, you have to find your own hotel, you have to, you're on your own. Did all of that, had the customers, everything looked good, came back to the States, and their system didn't work with our system.
Oh, no.
Those customers we lost. So it's just, people just don't realize how fortunate they are now to be able to get on the phone, get on Facebook, get on a webinar, and have people join your organization. It's just so much easier now.
Now, with your Carrot Bars organization, just name a couple of the countries that some of your affiliates, your downline, your business partners are in.
Well, I have someone in New Zealand. I have someone in the Bahamas. I think that's the only countries that I have right now.
And you have not had to fly there at all to get them?
No, I had the pleasure of being there in the Bahamas, but I would have went anyway. But I didn't have to go there to do it.
I was just getting ready to say, yeah, you were on vacation in the Bahamas.
Business too. Mm-hmm.
I was on sharecation.
I like that.
sharing the business, a sharecation.
Those two sisters were sharing from the airport to the beach.
And we were talking, Cici, and we were talking about the last vacation as opposed to this one, and what a difference that was. Because when you went last year, you guys were just enjoying yourself, but this year something changed. Something changed in just with the two of you. Can you share about that?
Well, DeMel and I talked about that, and we were trying to figure out what happened. What was the difference? Because last year we did a live stream and we talked to people, we passed out business cards. But this year it was like we had a different mindset. We wore our shirts when we left to the airport. People would come up to us and say, "What's 24 karat mean?" We talked to everybody in the Bahamas, and from the cab driver that picked us up at the airport to the people working at the salespeople were trying to promote timeshares where we were talking to them about the business. So it was just a different mindset. And I have to attribute that to Wealth Builders Worldwide and our power calls, because we're plugged in, and it makes a difference when you're on the power calls. It's in you, and you have to change if you really are serious about pursuing this dream.
So you lived Carrot Bars this time.
Yes.
It wasn't just vacation. You lived Carrot Bars, and they could see it all over you. Mm-hmm. There was a difference. Mm-hmm. They were signing up people and sharing the opportunity. I was like, what is happening down in the Bahamas with these two?
Well, Maxine, we heard from Cici about, what she had to do back in the day with network marketing. Now, you too were, you're not new to this network marketing game. Can you tell us what was some of the differences between what you had to do with the company you were involved with, Mary Kay? You could tell.
Yes, Mary Kay.
Still got the glamorous face on.
I never leave. I never went out without my face on. But when I was a real easy person to recruit. I mean, I wish I had people like I was. My girlfriend walked up to me at work, and she put a little folder down. I looked at it. She goes, "You need to do that." And I said, "Okay." But I was like Miss Abram. When I got in it, I jumped in with both feet. And the highest order you could do was an $1,800 order. That's the first thing I did, because I wanted to have product, so that when I did my first skincare class or facial or whatever. So some of the challenges of that is, okay, you're driving, you're using your gas, tolls, car, and all like that. You get to the location, you do the skincare class, and you know how that is, Cici. And then someone, you put all your effort, all your training, and they just say to you, "Well, I just want to get a lipstick." And you have to be gracious enough to say, "Okay," in your head, you're saying, "I did all of this, and all you want is a dang lipstick." But and you do that. But you're lugging your product. I had to do orders every 3 months to be active. If I didn't do an order every 3 months to be active, then I was inactive. And it could be, things that I don't even need or want, but you had to place that order. Now, everyone there was aspiring to get a car. It was the first a smaller car, and then the pink Cadillac. Well, the pink Cadillac, for me, it never moved me. I was sharing that with Miss Abram. It just didn't inspire me. But the thing about the car is, I thought when you got the car, you acquired the car, won the car, that it was your car. No, if you did not keep up your production, they took the car back. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying, wait a minute. Well, what? You may have the car 3 months, 6 months, it's gone. If you don't keep up the production. And like you, myself, as long as I picked up people, I was their motivator. The minute I stopped picking up people and taking them to the meeting, because our meeting was Monday night, and sometimes I'd be driving past my house, taking someone home. The minute I stopped doing that, all the motivation was gone. So I was their motivator. They didn't have the drive inside to want to do that business. So, some of the challenges, you had to physically always go with your product and you're going to the person's house and then you're leaving and going home. Now this is virtual. I love this. This is virtual. We are doing business in 120 countries.
Yeah.
Growing worldwide. And you don't have to leave your house. I have an affiliate in Austria. I met him on Facebook. He's in Austria. And I've talked to him and we've seen each other. But look at that. He's in Austria and I'm here in the United States. That is absolutely phenomenal.
And I think what's also phenomenal is it's almost no cost for us with social media and with our apps on our phone to communicate with our affiliates in other countries. You know, I communicate with them in the Philippines. Mm-hmm. You know, I have quite a few Nigerians on the team through apps like WhatsApp. It's free. And that's one of the things that used to really bog you down, just even because back in the day when the telephone companies had that monopoly, just calling from the San Fernando Valley into Los Angeles was a toll call.
Yeah.
You know, was a toll call. So back when you're talking about the 80s, you're making a bunch of toll calls. You can look up and your phone bill was $1,500. And we're talking $1,500 in $1980. You know, just your phone bill was crazy. Now there's no excuse. You know, we had a wonderful training webinar today for the South African team.
Look at that.
They can log in. We can communicate. You know, you just have to adjust yourself with the time zone. So that is one other just unique feature that makes it so much easier to do business at the speed of thought nowadays. You know, so
Miss Cici.
Yes.
Now, I know back in the day and even now, there are always live events when it comes to network marketing. And I want you to share how important it is to get to those live events. Because I remember back in the day, sometimes it was a challenge because you had to fly and you had to, drive or whatever, but there have always been live events. How important is it to get to those live events?
Well, I've always attended live events from every company I was in because I knew the importance of being there, because it does boost your belief. When you walk in a room and see other people and see hundreds of people or thousands of people, and it does make a difference. So every time Ty talks about that, about getting to the events, that is so important, because I had a young couple that came the Let's Go weekend, and the young lady came and her husband came, and she said it just changed his whole opinion about Karatbars. He was excited. So I know firsthand. I mean, I don't miss any live events. If I can get there, I'm going to get there.
It's important to be in the room.
Yes.
Yeah. He's here.
Mr. Best. Hi, Mr. Best.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
One thing about us, Ty Best, is us ladies, we love to chat.
Yes.
So we've been chatting away, but we do want to hear from you. So Maxine, can you ask, start off with some of the questions that you asked Cici to Ty Best?
Well, Ms. Best, the first question we asked is, what age did you get involved with network marketing, and how long have you been in the business?
Well, look, first I'm going to apologize, lady. I'm going to blame Sheila, because
what, really?
I'm going to blame Sheila. Sheila said, now, Tyrone, Sheila's like, Sheila be on top of me, guys. Sheila said, you need to go home and take a nap.
And I said to her, I wonder if he's napping.
You need to go home and take a nap. She said, you'll sleep through a call in a minute. I said, no, I got this. I'm not sleeping through a call. I'm wide awake. I'm ready to go. I got home, man, took care of some stuff, made some dinner for Val. I'm rolling. I sat down in the chair. It was 8:10. I said, it's cool. I was wide awake. We were talking. It was 8:20. I said, looking good. I said, let me close my eyes for a little bit.
There you go.
And all of a sudden, Allison Gaker walking the house. making noise. I said, it's 9:15. I'm late. As I tell you, I've been running since 7 o'clock this morning, so I apologize to you ladies. I'm telling you, thank you for carrying on, because I said I can't leave Miss Cici Mahone hanging and Miss Maxine Jones. I mean, literally, I was down here in 30 seconds. Click, 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 running. So anyway, to answer your question, Miss Maxine Jones, okay. I said, I'm gonna blame Miss Abram on that. She planted that seed in the land.
I cannot believe that.
She me. She put me to sleep. Anyway, no, that's 63-year-old body said, you going to sleep. You think you got this. You think you got it control. Anyway, look, I was 28 years old. And I thank God every day. I said, I make that statement all the time about when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I really thank God that I was just, I believe you got to be prepared for opportunity. You got to be prepared. And I'm not saying to take full advantage of, but to recognize when you see it. And because I was very fortunate, at 22 years old out of college, I had what they call a good job. And some people don't even see a good job to get 35 or 40, 45, 50 years old. But he found what people classify as a good job. Well, I had a good job at 22. So by 22 and by 23, I was sick of that good job. You follow me? So I was saying, okay, this is not going to cut it for the next 35, 40 years. And so at 20 years old, when a guy in 1983 said to me, do you know anyone who'd like to make an extra $1,500 a month part-time? It wasn't the money. It wasn't into that, because y'all have heard, some of you heard my story before. It wasn't into that got me excited. I just said, yes, me. And I went and investigated. And from there, I got excited. And I didn't get excited about selling soap, pantyhose, lotion, lipstick. The guy got me excited about one thing. You guys know what I'm going to say. He started talking about freedom.
Freedom.
Okay. And when I understood that freedom was possible, I was talking to Mr. Roger Williams today, and I said, man, I said, most people don't seek freedom because they don't even know they are enslaved. Well, I didn't know I was a slave either, so I was 28 years old. And some guy said, you ever thought about freedom? And that's what got me involved. And so at 20 years old, when somebody said, here's an escape plan and you can be free, I said, first, I had to be informed I was a slave. Then I had to be informed and understood there's a freedom plan. And that's when I got rolling. I said, man, I don't care what it takes. I want this freedom thing they talk about. And literally, network had ruined me. It ruined me for jobs. It ruined me for traditional business. And now Caraboss has ruined me for networking pretty much, because, Caraboss is the ultimate networking concept. Enough said. Okay, I hope that answered your question.
Yes, you did. Would you say there are specific skills that you need to be a network marketer?
I don't think so. I really don't. And I think, and Cici and I have been around so long, and we've watched this industry evolve. That's why we wanted to do this together, because, we sit back and we laugh sometimes when people talk about how they're working hard. We just crack up. We say, they don't even know what hard work is. The average person coming to this business, I feel like grandpa sometimes, they be talking about, we killing ourselves. I'm working hard. I'm grinding. I said, grinding what? You sitting there on your phone, you texting somebody. You grinding? This is grinding? I'm grinding this thing out. I'm watching a video. Man, I'm on a power caller. I'm grinding this thing. I said, no, grinding is what we did back in the 70s, back in the 80s. Now I didn't get in the 70s. I got in the 80s. But that was back in the day when everything, if I wanted to show you my business, Miss Maxine Jones, I had to get in my car and drive to wherever you were to show you my business. Wait a minute. And then, number one, hope you home. Hope you open the door. Hope you gave me your right address. Okay. There was no MapQuest.
That's true.
There was no Google. It was like, go down here. You see the big oak tree to the right. Drive past the oak tree. Go 100 more yards. Then make a right turn on the left. Stop sign there. Where the stop sign broke down. Where you see the broken stop sign, turn right. Go 4 houses to the left. One house on the third. I mean, after a while, you got this thing in your head. You almost find a house by osmosis. They have to tell me the city they in and give me a block and I can find the house. Okay? Please, work it. Okay? And you ain't lived, you drove somebody's house. You done drove 2 hours to your house, and then you see them look through the blinds like this. Oh, that's that guy. Okay, you saw him look through the blind, so you know they're home. And you ring the doorbell, bing, 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 and they don't even answer the door. Please, working hard.
And then you had to go find a phone booth where you could
the phone booth. That's what we didn't have a cell phone.
You got to find a phone booth
No
to call
cell
them and say, "Hey, I'm out. I mean, I'm here."
I forgot about that. I did.
What if you got lost on the way there?
I've gotten lost.
You got to drive to a phone booth and drive. Rain, hell, sleet, still out in the phone, dialing it. Wait a minute, then half the time the phone booth don't work. Oh my!
I remember I got lost and I was pouring down rain and I was not in the right neighborhood. And someone walked over to me. He goes, "Oh, lady, you's lost." I said, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get back home because I had decided I'm going home."
Oh Lord. Hey, look, hey, see, we've been living in California for a while. We was doing the business. I never forget, Val met this prospect at the mall or somewhere and got their address and everything. And man, we fired up, we cranked up. And it was about a year before I got free. And I never forget, we fired in the house, and the house is right. Now, don't anybody hear this the wrong way, because there's some nice section of Watts. But not all sections of Watts are nice. Okay. But yes, I'm not trying to stereotype anything. This is a true story. And I never forget, Val got the address. I said, man, I go anywhere to the business. And I never forget. And man, we went over there and I put up in the driveway. I put up right in front of the house. And these 3 pit bulls came out to the front yard of that fence. I rode on when I said, "You know what, Val? I'm through going on people's houses. I'm done." I said, "I'm done. I ain't doing it no more." I said, "This is ridiculous. They're going to meet me somewhere public. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to fight 3 pit bulls to get in the house and show them this business." And I drove away. Okay. I mean, people don't even understand what we're doing today. It's so, I mean, we got to a place, at least when we moved to meet public places. I tell you one more story. Everybody saw Denzel Washington's movie,
Pursuit of Happiness?
No. The one where he was a cop, where he's a dirty cop.
Training Day.
Training Day.
Training Day.
Okay. Now you know that place they call the Jungle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we moved to LA. I'm showing the business in the jungle. And I never forget, I used to drive to the jungle. I'm trying to help you I'm in the jungle showing the business. This is 1986. Okay, I never forget, man. I'm in the jungle showing them. I pull up to this couple's apartment, man. They got the wash machine going where the wash machine's hooked them in the kitchen and it pulls the water outside the door and pumps it outside the house. And it was, man, we're not doing any of that stuff here.
Yeah.
Okay. Any of that stuff here. This is so simple.
Before you got on, Cici had told the story how she went to, where did you say you went, Cici, out of the country?
She went to England.
She went to England to set up people on the telecommunications.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She
not
had
once, but twice.
Mm-hmm. Had to fly there on her own dime, and you know, do.
And then it didn't work. It didn't interface.
Yeah, you know, flying to another country trying to get the business going.
Right. Hey, look, we telling war stories. I got a buddy of mine. He might be listening to this call. I ain't gonna call his name because I don't want to embarrass him, but I never forget, he's not what you call a salesperson. You're talking about you have a particular skill set. Answer the question, Maxine. I wouldn't say he's a salesperson, doesn't have a skill set, but I never forget he's sort of quiet on the introverted side. Really what I would call an accomplished salesperson kind of person, right? But I never forget he never really could sell anything, but he flew down to the islands, Cici, sort of to start some people in business. And you know, you don't know how much things cost on some of these islands until you go there to visit, right? And I never forget he got off the plane there. I think he had like 4 kits, 3 or 4 kits. And these kits were like $135 a piece. So he's gonna get this group started in the islands, man. He committed, he doing his thing, right? And that left him like $200 in his pocket, right? Something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. He got that plane, guys. I'm telling you something. He found out something. He said, I think a piece of pie was like $22, a hamburger was like $20. Okay, he was out of money like a day. Overnight, he became a salesman. Overnight, he sold them 4 kits, okay, and got him some money. I mean, overnight, he became a salesman. He moved them 4 kits just like that. We used to laugh about it so much, so hard sometimes. He said overnight, he became a salesman. I mean, And see, so back in the 80s, we laughed, and then the same thing in the 90s. And what we're doing here in Caribars, folks, is so simple. Now, the business is complicated, meaning that all the bells and whistles between the coin and the crypto coin and the gold and 1, 2, 5, and what are you doing? All that. Don't let your mind get caught up in that. Understand, we're doing just 2 simple things. Saving gold, 1, 2.5, 5 gram increments, and women, and then investing in crypto. That's it. Okay, or Carrot Bank Coin. So I don't even know which one. Which is Carrot Bank Coin?
Carrot Coin Bank.
Carrot Coin Bank.
Coin Bank. That's what we're doing. Okay, so I can't keep moving. Okay, Carrot Coin Bank.
ABC and KC.
What are we doing? All the other stuff you learn on the way. You learn as we go. Keep it simple. But we laugh, and sometimes Cici and I be sitting around talking about this stuff when people talk about how they working hard, they doing this stuff, and some of the things we've been through. Okay, with company owners. I mean, I felt like the day when the gal got on the phone, they said, now look, I have been in some networking programs, but I haven't been in 50. And the guy said today, he's been in 50 programs. I was like, whoa, 50? Okay.
He was searching.
But
yeah.
He was searching.
He was.
But you found a home. For those who are on this chat, you can stop searching. You can stop looking, because if you truly want to make some money, and by money I mean $100,000 a year, you got to find a place you can sort of plant your flag, say, this is what I'm doing. And you found that in Caribou, so you don't have to look any further. When you got between Ms. Mahone's experience and my experience, between the 4 of us, you got over 100 years experience on this line right here. And we're saying Caribou is the best, period. No, you just getting started. You 45, 50 years, 60 years old, or you 18 or 19, you just getting started. You don't have to look anymore. They say experience is the best teacher. Hopefully it's somebody else's, not your own. The toughest and most costly way to learn is through your own experience. Well, between Miss Mahone's experience and my experience, Miss Abrams' experience, Miss Jones' experience, okay, if you only think so, I'm still looking for what? We're telling you, this is the best. I don't mean just the best for me. It's the best for anybody that's seeking financial independence. And that's why I can look at somebody in the face and say, I guarantee you're going to make some money in Caribars. And what I can't guarantee you is how much and how fast, but I guarantee you're going to make some money, because all you got to do is save gold. You never save gold. The gold is going to appreciate 10 to 12% a year. You made money. Okay, period. So anyway.
Well, I also, one of the things, like you mentioned, the 2 things that we do, save gold and now save cryptocurrency, both of those 2 things benefit my bottom line. And that's one of the things as a business owner, traditional business owner, that I love about Caribars. When I acquire any of our featured products, and we have a whole back office full of them. Yeah. But they build my net worth. And that's what's so important. Maxine and I were talking earlier about companies where, your product is expired. And she told me, she said, she purchasing products for, she was a Mary Kay. You got to keep track of the expiration date, because once it expires, you don't want to sell that to someone.
I have to eat it. I wouldn't sell that to anyone. I'd eat it.
And it's not just that. I was at a networking lunch, because I network with a lot of different business groups. And there was a lady, she was in a nutritional, and she was passing out little samples of the drink, right? Talking about how good it was. And as she passed it around, I happened to look at the expiration date. It expired 7 months ago. Ooh. And she was passing it around. And so I kind of, whispered over to her. I said, did you check the expiration date? And she looked at me, and she looked at it, and she goes, oh, I must have grabbed the wrong bag.
Yeah, sure.
And then she's grabbing it back from everybody. And in my mind, I'm thinking, grab the wrong bag. Did you grab it out the trash can?
No, she didn't. She grabbed the right one. Getting rid of it.
Yeah, what are you keeping it for? But see, what happened is you lose track. You lose track of when this is going to expire, when that's going to expire. You know, I can't keep track of which ones of my credit cards is expiring. And hey, I can't keep track of my Carrot Bars MasterCard. I got an email from Carrot Bars saying, hello, wonderful business partner. We cannot load commissions on your card anymore because it's expired. And it shocked me. You know, I normally, I was telling Ty, I let those commissions stack up on that card. I'm either buying more gold with it or I use it for our Let's Go weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That I love to just
pays for your whole Let's Go weekend.
MasterCard at the Let's Go weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm in panic mode because this just happened last week. I ordered my new MasterCard, and you know I'm counting down the days because Let's Go weekend is coming, and I might not have the card in time. So that's a problem. But or
problem.
Yes. It's an inconvenience. It's really not a problem. It's just an inconvenience because I look forward to using that card because you're at an event that Carrot Bars is making all of this possible for all of us. I love to have it there. I love to just put it on the table because yes, it works. Paying something with your Carrot Bars prepaid MasterCard shows everybody, yes, this works. Period.
Can I ask Miss Cici Mahone a question? Because she does have a lot of experience, not just as a network marketer, because see, Miss Mahone been an entrepreneur like you, Miss Abram, for a long time. I mean, I know she's only like 35, 40 years young, but she's been an entrepreneur since she was like 9 or 10 years old. So, Cici, what in your mind, if you guys haven't already discussed this, what in your mind makes Carrot Bar so different than all the things you've done in the past?
Well, there's so many things about Carrot Bars is different. First of all, getting involved with a company, they always taught us to look for certain things. You look at the company, you look at the compensation plan, you look at the product. And there's nothing that can compare to what Carrot Bars offers us. I was in a company and we sold plans, legal plans, and people bought the plan, but when they decided that they didn't want the plan anymore, you got what they call a chargeback. So I was working this and I was doing well. And one month I got $2,200 worth of chargebacks. And they don't take it out of your bank account, but they hold it back and you don't receive anymore until that's paid off. There's so many, you don't lose if you're a VIP in Carrot Bars, you're a VIP. In other companies, you could be a VIP this month, and because you didn't meet your quota, next month, you're not a VIP anymore. Or even the biggest difference is that we don't have any levels. We used to put all of our best people in and get your best people first. And then they say, well, you should have saved them because now on your 7th level, you don't benefit from them. So it's a lot of difference in the compensation plan, the product. You had the mandatory auto ship. And my husband was drinking so much juice. I was like, baby, we can't afford this because you're drinking all the profit. I mean, he was drinking it like Kool-Aid. So, those are some of the differences in the things that I've been involved in. But that's probably one of the main ones is losing your rank, working hard and finding out you sponsor the person on your 6th level and you don't get paid on that person. Having to have auto ship, mandatory auto ship, or you couldn't get your commissions if you weren't on mandatory auto ship. And when I think about Carrot Bars, they don't make you do anything. You register for free. And I was telling Ty, I think last week, I was in a travel company and I had people give me $1,500 cash in my hands to get in that travel company because you got a certain rank, certain position with the money that you paid.
Okay.
And being in Carrot Bars is you just have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You don't have to change it. You have the same script. You tell people the same thing. Go to the realmoney.info. If you have your own capture page, you send them there. And it never changes. In other companies, it was always changing. And the compensation plan, when they changed it, they never changed it to benefit what they call the field.
Right.
It always benefited corporate. And then you go to these meetings and these big events and see somebody stand up telling them they're making $200,000 a month. Well, I guess so, because they're taking all of your commission and theirs too. So it's just, this is the best thing I've ever seen. In everything I've been in, I've never seen a compensation plan like this. I've never seen the founder and visionary Harold Seitz. I mean, most of the time, if you got to meet those people, you got to meet them from afar. It wasn't like, there was no let's go weekend, I'm going to come and do karaoke. You know, you go to these big events where there's 20,000, 30,000 people, you could see them from on the stage. That was about it. And if you were one of the top, you know, ranking people and you're making a lot of money, you get to walk across the stage, but nothing like what we have with Karat-Bars.
So have you taken a picture with Mr. Harold Seitz, our CEO and founder? Cici?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
And that's why you want to be a Let's Go weekend. I tell folks, you want to be a Let's Go weekend. I said, Mr. Harold Seitz going to be there. He's not just going to be on stage, walking stage. You out there saying, boy, I sure hope I can meet him. We literally have to pull Mr. Harold Seitz away from the people. We have to have bodyguards right behind to protect him, have time to protect the people from him almost, because Mr. Harold Seitz, you need to go get some rest. He out there, he want to meet everybody, talk to everybody, take pictures of everybody. And you want to be there to get your picture with the CEO of the company. You understand how much credibility that adds to your business for those who are listening? When you sit there and say, hey, I was just in Atlanta, Georgia, Let's Go weekend with the CEO and founder. In fact, right here. Look at us right here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I was picked up. I had the privilege of riding back to the airport from Nashville with a wonderful affiliate named Price. And he was talking about, you know, how he's seen Mr. Harold Seitz and he's looking forward to seeing him again at the Let's Go weekend. He says he's been at the auto company he works for over 30 years. He says, and the CEO, their plant, you know, and he normally comes. He says, but in 30 years, I've never laid eyes on the man. And he's been in the building. He only will meet the upper echelon, will never come out to the workers that are making this thing go.
Absolutely.
Ever. And he was saying that that's, you know, so important to him that he was able to actually lay eyes on Harold Seitz.
And not just,
lay eyes on him.
Not just Mr. Harold Seitz going to be there. You think about it. Miss Sheila Goldberg going to be there. One of the top incomers in North America. Miss Tammy Morrison going to be there. Hey, look, Mr. Mike Delco is going to be there. I mean, let's get real. The top, all the world of Karat-Bar is going to be there. Let's Go weekend, Atlanta, Georgia. You want to be there and you want to get pictures with everyone you possibly can. Okay? And that adds credibility to your business. I mean, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying when I say to people, when I say, Mr. Harold Seitz and I were having breakfast. Okay, that's saying a whole lot of stuff. You know, it's saying, hey, I'm a big dog. Okay, I mean, I didn't say I'm a big dog, but if I'm having breakfast with the CEO, I'm a big dog. Okay, do you understand? I understand all that, so I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm trying to say, but it really wasn't he and I had a breakfast appointment. He just came down and had breakfast with everybody. Just happened to have breakfast. He and I was sitting at the same table having breakfast together. Okay. I mean, and I'm sitting there, man, and we having breakfast, and that's what he talking about. We're about to create billionaires. I mean, you don't understand. He having breakfast with people at lunch. The same thing with the first Let's Go weekend. Here comes Boomer at our first Let's Go weekend, and Boomer was all over the place. I mean, he's eating everybody. He's eating off other people's plate. He's breakfast, lunch, and I'm like, man, this dude is networking. I said, we got a networker here. Because, see, I mean, I understood what he was doing. But Boom was all over the place, meeting everybody, taking pictures of everybody, coming to every event. I mean, man, we have something special. Let's Go weekend is a special time. I tell you, I said, look, I tried and driving home, I said, sell the couch. He said, what? I said, before you start making excuses on how you can't come, sell the couch, sell the flat screen TV. Now, I know they don't want to do that, but I'm trying to make them understand how important it is to be at Let's Go Weekend and be at these events, because everything starts with belief. That's why we call the event what? Believe. Everything starts with belief. When you come to an event, your belief level goes up. And then you start to get around people like Miss Mahone, like you ladies, and they start to hear your experience in carry bars, your experience in other things, and Miss Abrams' experience as an entrepreneur. They start to say, man, these folks got a wealth of experience here. Okay? Your 4 years in carry bars, to me, in my opinion, would be as powerful as any 4 years in any university on this planet. Okay?
And speaking of having breakfast with Harold Sykes, 2 Let's Go weekends ago, it was. He said we were all sitting there. Miss Maxine Jones, Sharon King, Maria Johnson, I think Myrtle Placid. We're all sitting there. Mike Delco came and sat down. Harold Sykes walks in and he sees us over there. He goes, gets his plate because he's like, affiliate, yeah.
He just sat down. He just came and sat down. Like, can I join you guys?
Yeah. But what made him smile was the majority of us paid our breakfast bill with our Carrot Bars MasterCard.
We did.
As he, he's kind of watching us because the waitress is bringing our separate bills and he's watching us put our MasterCards down on the table. Now that, I know for me as a business owner, if I had a program that was helping people truly make money, and I saw that, wow, that it just warms your heart. And just to see his smile. Now, he didn't make a big deal about it, but he was sure looking and just kind of smiling within himself. So
that must feel so rewarding.
Yeah, it really was. Well, Miss Maxine Jones.
I want to read something to you guys real quick.
Cici had a quick comment.
Cici, absolutely.
I just wanted to mention the one big difference too. There's a lot of differences, but one big difference in what we have with Carrot Bars and especially Wealth Builders Worldwide. I've never experienced this before, where nobody walks up to you and says, who sponsored you? And back in the day, depending on what your answer was, that's how they treated you. If I said Ty Best and they said, well, Ty Best isn't, he's not in my downline. It's not going to help me. They literally didn't want to help you at all. And that's a big difference the way this Carrot Bars is set up and Wealth Builders Worldwide. Everybody helps everybody, but it's all part of that visionary's master plan. It forces us or compels us to want to help each other succeed. And that's never happened before. I literally had people say, well, who sponsored you? And when I would answer, they just disappear. They had nothing else to do with you.
You weren't important.
Hey, look, Ms. Mahone, it's right there. I was giving you led right into what I wanted to add before I turn over Ms. Maxine Jones. It's right in the mission statement. That mission statement is not propaganda. It's not an advertising piece, not a promotional piece. Mr. Harold Sykes is the embodiment of that mission statement. And he's literally, I guess, inputted that in all of us. And we put that in Wealth Builders World. What's our mission statement? We don't sell products, goods, and services. We sell people the power of their dreams.
Right. Okay.
We sell people on the power of their dreams. And I'm going to tell you, you're so absolutely true. I can remember back in the 80s, Val had this person that she worshiped from afar. I mean, because, back in the 80s, and Cici understand what I'm saying. Just like right now, this forum with 3 women, running something. We said, look, you ladies be quiet. Get it back and move them products. Box the products up and be quiet. We got this. Okay. Now that's not what I said, but that was literally what was going on. But within this one organization, there was this one particular superstar, and Val admired her from afar. Val, just because she was a woman, Val could relate to her. She took charge. She was just, Val admired this woman. I'm talking, looking, because we all come into business, we got these stars we admire, right?
Yes.
And Val admired this person. And then the first time Val got to meet this person eyeball to eyeball, and Val was talking to the person, for about 5 seconds. And the person said, who's your sponsor? Who's your upline diamond? And Val said her upline diamond, she said, okay, click, turn around and walked away.
Just like she
and broke Val's heart. I mean, to this day, Val talk about it, I almost want to cry. She said, wow. What happened to the love? What happened to we? Just boom. I mean, it wasn't like she graduated, nice meeting you. I'll talk to you later. It was like an about face instantly. The minute she knew Val was not in her pay line. Okay. And that's why I tell myself, I had a guy just recently I've been working with for 6 months. I didn't know whose line of sponsor he was in. He's been calling me. I had to answer the phone, helping out. And then a few weeks ago, he moved about 3 or 4 VIP packages. I'm talking to him. I said, by the way, we've been talking about 4, 5, 6 months. I said, who's your sponsor? He told me. I said, okay, I don't know them. Who's sponsoring them? I don't know them. Who's one? I don't know them. He didn't know. I said, wait a minute. Hey, man, you still on the downline. I didn't know. Had no clue. Okay. That's the beauty of Carrot Bars. Cici, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you very much. Because look, we try to get everybody to deal with it, to function in that capacity. The law of reciprocity means that the universe is going to take care of you. You'll be all right. Just take care of people. Focus on other people. So back to you, Miss Maxine Jones.
I was just going to read you guys real quick a little tidbit about network marketing. According to Fortune magazine, they call network marketing the best kept secret in the business world, with over 91% growth over the last 10 years. Would either of you like to comment on that statement? But the network marketing industry boasts annual sales of over 30 billion in the United States and 100 billion globally.
Well,
we are in the right place.
Anybody want to go? Because I always got something to say. So. You want to say something, Ms. Mahone?
Well, networking, we do it all the time. That's what's so amazing. People do it and don't embrace different companies, but they do it for free. And I'm just glad that I was able to find that networking is a way of life. And Amway paid the price way back in the 50s for all of us, because they had to go to court and everything because they said it wasn't a viable way of making a business, but it is, and it's, they can't take it away, but everybody networks, they just don't get paid for it. And I'm just glad I'm in Carrot Bars because I can get paid for it and do what I love to do.
Mr. Charlton Best.
2 things you said. In 1979, the federal court ruled that this form of marketing, networking or multi-level, whatever you want to call it, is a viable form and a breath of fresh air to the free enterprise system. That was 1979. And the industry estimates is somewhere between 180 to 200 billion dollars a year in business worldwide. And so now when I first got in Carrot Bars, Big Boomer said to me, he says, look, we market money. We don't market lotion, potion, or pill. Weight loss might be 20 billion, vitamins might be 50 billion, insurance might be, you got all these different industries that are part of the network marketing. So, but look, the Carrot Bars, all Carrot Bars need is 1/4 of 1%. He didn't say 1%. He said 1/4 of 1% of the marketplace, and Carrot Bars as a company will be bigger than the entire network marketing business combined, all the companies. That's how big of an opportunity for the person who's listening. That's how big of an opportunity you have in your hands. We operate in 125 plus countries right now. All we need is 1/4 of 1%, and we'll be bigger than the entire industry. Okay, we are the best kept secret in the world as far as network go. And the only way you find out is you got to get involved. You can't glance at it. You can't Google it. You can't come to one of our seminars and say, I got it. I understand it. I've been here before. The biggest mistake that people make in reference to Carrot Bars International is they say, I've been there before. I've done that before. I know what that's all about. And I thank God every day that when the guy mentioned Carrot Bars to me, I was sitting at my desk just like I'm sitting here now, and I went, Carrot Bars. And when I saw that 1, 2.5, and 5 gram card, I got a little twinkle in my eye. I said, oh, this might be the one. And understand something. I don't take it for granted. I've never got another text, an email. Nobody stopped me in the street, the grocery store, the gas station. Nothing. I've got one invitation to be in Carrot Bars, and the company's almost 8 years old. I've got one invitation. And Miss Abram, I know you struggle with them allergies, girl. You hang.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
You're a gladiator.
Yes,
you're a gladiator, even though you don't feel like it.
And we even went over our time.
That's right. You're a gladiator, man. You rolling. You click us off and. but let me say this. I know it's 10 o'clock. Let's past 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Okay, you asked this question, Miss Maxine Jones, before we got started. And I know I'm cranked up, but I've been cranked up. Well, I've been cranking for 35 years, but I've been really cranking for the last 4.5 years since Carabas. The biggest challenge people have in building their Carabas business is fighting through life. We're not doing anything complicated here. Can you save $1 of gold a month? Yes, you can. Or a week, or whatever amount you want to save. Can you save some cryptocurrency? Yes, you can. Can you drive somebody to the realmoney.info? Yes, you can. Can you text? Takes about a minute to learn how to text. Can you text? Yes, you can. That means everybody can do business. It's no skill set. No. Okay? I mean, it's no skill set required. So what's the problem? The problem is life will grab us by the neck. The minute we get a dream, we say, I'm going after my dream, the car break down. I'm going after my dream, the hot water tank go out. I'm going after my dream, I need a refrigerator. I'm going after my dream. Some other life catastrophe grab you by the neck and start to choke that dream out of you.
Yeah.
You go tell your best friend, you say, man, he and I, or she and I have been talking about dreams and goals for the last 10 years. I have found it. I got it. And you fired up, man. You can't wait to tell them. And you said, oh, that sounds like one of them pyramid deals. I'm not doing that. And your dream's gone. We should say in the business, if we can get a person past their family and friends, we can help them become a multi-millionaire business. The biggest challenge we have in this business is that life will choke the dream out of you. Between the job, the boss, mother, father, sisters, brothers, spouse, because some of us are sleeping with the enemy and we don't even know it. Okay? I still love you. That don't mean they don't love you. They try to protect you. Illegal deals. They don't know nothing about. Okay? Okay? So I'm not saying they don't love you. Okay? I'm saying, but they don't know what you know. And sometimes they think they know. Okay? Yeah. But they haven't stopped long enough. They haven't been to Let's Go weekend. They haven't been on the power calls. They don't know what you know. And sometimes you got to dig your heels in and say, I'm doing this. Okay? And you got to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And you may be the one that can save them. Because at some point, they're going to need to be saved. They don't know it yet.
Absolutely.
But what do I say so many times? At some point in this life, you're going to get old. You're going to get tired, and God forbid, but it's going to happen. My doctor said, I don't know who you are, you're going to get sick. He said, some people get sick at 90, some people get sick at 60, some people get sick at 70, but at some point, age go catch up with you and say, whoo, I can't do what I did 10 years ago. I mean, Miss even told me I was going to need a nap. I said, I don't need no nap. Okay.
Yes. Well,
I was getting in. If I was getting ready to come back home from the movies, I'd still be asleep. Okay, I'm telling you right now. So,
speaking of sick, we have to let her go because I see her over there.
Oh God!
I have to let my buddy go.
Let's clarify something. An allergy attack. I'm not sick.
No, she's not sick, but she's suffering.
An allergy attack, you know,
suffering.
Runny nose, blowing. You know, you go through a whole box and a half.
We can see it on your face.
Yeah, my nose is as red as my lipstick, but that's okay.
Oh, you looking fabulous. You looking fabulous, darling. You looking fabulous. You looking fabulous. You look good, Miss Abram. All you ladies look good. I mean, I'm sitting looking at you. I said, man, these are 3 beautiful black women on this screen. I mean, I can see guys that said, man, where they find these beautiful black women? Miss Maxine, like she just came out of a magazine.
Thank you,
okay,
sir.
Okay. Look, Cici Mahone make you want to go. I don't know what she been eating and taking all her life, but I want some of that stuff, whatever it is.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I want to look like her when I'm 45. Okay. I'm like, give me a break. Okay. All you ladies look good. I'm sitting there saying, man, I don't want to go. I read some guys that say, you ladies ain't got to go nowhere. Where you got to go? Talk about something.
Well, Maxine is going to tell us about next month. Can we chat here? It's special.
Can we chat here? We are going to have Dr. Dennis Steigerwald and Mr. Tyrone Best,
who will be rest up and on time.
Yes. Now, we're going to check with you about those naps, sir. But that will be the first Monday of September. And we are looking forward to a great, great dialogue. And we are just so glad to be back.
Let's tell them the topic. The topic, you're going to learn from two leaders that have built network marketing teams of over 100,000
people in their downline.
Mr. Tybest has done it multiple times and fast on his way in Carrot Bars to reaching that as well. Dr. Dennis has reached that level.
He's exceeded 100,000.
We want to hear some of the secrets from that.
Yeah.
We want to hear
some of the challenges, some of the secrets, and some of the celebration.
Yes.
Hey, I can tell you the secret. Can I tell you the secret right now? Everybody want to know the secret? Here's the secret. Don't quit.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I wish it was deeper than that.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's just get started, keep going, and don't let your attitude do this. One day you're up, next day you're down. Next week you're up, next day you're down. Next week you're up, next day you're down. Man, just be like,
yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
And you can't quit if you want to. What you gonna quit?
Well, I was gonna say,
Carrot Bars, you can't.
Something quick and ask you to do anything.
Well, one of the brief stories Dr. Dennis will share with us, he's had some major health challenges.
Absolutely.
And he's on our daily power call frequently. And he let us know, and this was probably 3 years ago, he had gone into the hospital, surgery, and he'll tell you, didn't make it on the table. They got him back. And he's like, when I came out of the hospital, I was making more money than when I went in.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Carrot Bars. So anyway, this has been a great Can We Chat here.
Yes, it has.
It is my pleasure to be the co-host of Can We Chat here. And we look forward to seeing you the first Monday of September.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tybest and Miss Cici Mahone. It is always a pleasure having you on. I tell you, we are going to have to get to doing an episode with those two sisters.
Oh, yes. Yes, we got to do that.
Wonderful sisters in Maui. And we're going to have her on there as well.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you.
She's coming to her own. She is no longer a shadow. No.
That's right. She's not the shadow.
No.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Everybody have a wonderful evening.
Bye-bye, guys.